Hey everybody, this is Kyle with Lydia Can't Breathe, and you're listening to the Broody. God damn it. Hold up, man. I remember this. Oh my God. All right, here we go. Hey everybody, this is Kyle from Lydia Can't Breathe, and you're listening to the Brutally Delicious Podcast.
Cool, man. It's been a while. You've been doing all right?
Yeah, can't complain. Staying busy for sure.
How you making out through all this mess? We're finally on the upside now, right? It feels good to be.
Yeah, out of it for sure. We're about to hit the road, so I was like, just amped that there's been no indication of cancellations or any, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just a blessing. Yeah.
Are you worried about it? Are you doing anything different? Or are you doing any precautions or anything to get out?
I mean, you mean not to get sick or whatever?
Or whatever, yeah.
I mean, not really. I mean, our publicist lady was suggesting that maybe we don't do like meet and greets, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. Just so that way we're not in too much contact, with too many people.
Right.
But I mean, we'll probably play it like not stupid, but we're not gonna like not talk to the fans or nothing like that. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be like hugging or I guess
right.
I usually smoke weed with everybody and stuff. I probably won't, I'll smoke my own joint by myself or something.
Right.
Yeah.
What's it going to finally feel like to be out on the road on a consistent, because I'm sure you've done one-offs, but what's it going to be like to finally do, a consistent tour night after night?
Oh, dude, I don't even know. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, it's been since 2019. So I'm like, it's only 17 days, which is actually a small tour. But like for me, I'm just so excited, just to get back out there and see how everything is. Kind of a little nervous, you know what I mean? To see like, is everything going to be cool? Because like it's cool down in Florida where I'm at, but like, am I going to go to some of these states and then like these people are like pissed off that we're playing or something? You know what I mean? I don't want to deal with those vibes. You know what I mean?
I would think that that sort of has gone away now, maybe, or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe the states or certain parts of the states are.
Yeah, I don't. That's where I don't know if each state is different, but I know like Florida, everyone's like, you know what I mean. No one's really worried about it. There are a bunch of people that wear masks and take that precaution and stuff.
Florida's always been the Wild West through this whole thing, though, hasn't it?
Yeah, no one gave a shit down here is how I feel like.
DeSantis was just like, fuck it, we're just going to do whatever we want.
Let's go. Yeah. Now
right.
It's getting crazy though. It's like getting overpopulated down here. Like, it's like a lot of people are moving here. Like you know what I mean? Like the economy is booming because everybody's seeing that we will not shut down.
Right.
And I think a lot of people are like, yo, I'm not even taking the chance. And like people from all over the country, New York, California, Tennessee, you see all the different tags because they haven't even switched their tags yet.
Right? I lived in St. Pete for 15 years and we go back and visit every once in a while and it's crazy built up and packed and there's like no houses and everything is just building. You're right.
Yeah, it's so crazy. I got my house like 6 years ago or something like that and it like quadrupled in value. You know what I mean? Every day I'm just like, I should just sell this and just go on tour forever. You know what I mean? Like, what am I doing here?
So your latest single, Sick Now, I believe that's the latest one, right? There hasn't been one.
Yep.
The response I've looked at YouTube, I've looked a bit here and there. The response has been great. What does that feel like to know that people are still still not finally, but still getting you and still connecting with your stuff?
I'm actually super stoked on the track's a little different than anything we ever did. So it was kind of like a little, nerve-wracking. We were debating what to release because we got a bunch of, you got a bunch of songs in the kitty and like we don't release everything. So we'll sit there as a band, you know what I mean? And that was one of the 5 that we picked, for the releases this year. Mm-hmm. And I knew it was different, but I felt like it was with the times of what's going on.
Right.
And I showed it, to our publicist and like my booking agent and a couple other people, that are in the circle. And they were all like, yeah, man, I feel like this is really good with what's going on, even though it's like a little avant-garde, style. you know what I mean, a little bit in it.
Right.
They thought it was a good, good first release of the 5 that were dropping, especially because it was like right when COVID went crazy again, and that's kind of what the song is about.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was reading the lyrics. They're on the bottom of that YouTube page, and right on. I mean, do you believe what we see in the news, or do you know that we are fucked? You guys are right on topic here, right on point.
Yeah. And it happens. It's just coincidence because we wrote the song like when it started, not knowing that it would still be like I wrote it when I had COVID. I was like stuck at home, like quarantined. And they sent me the tracks and I track it like, like the demos at my house or whatever. And I was literally sick that day. And I couldn't even really like sing like, like hardcore. I'm just doing like the scratch track.
Right.
And I just came up with that like kind of whisper talk. And I don't know if it was like because I was, you know what I mean, going not feeling good that day. But then I just was like, man, you know what I mean? I guess that was pretty good. Like when we, got back to listening to it, like, and I showed the band, they were all like, oh, dude, that's really cool. You know what I mean? And then we just moved forward on it and, did the full production.
Gotcha. Are you planning on sticking with the new business model of the music business, I guess, where you're going to be doing singles every 6 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever that is? Are you planning on doing like a full release?
Yeah, I think when we spoke last, we had just started it last year.
Yeah.
And we kind of maybe had one that didn't come out for like 12 weeks. I think Sick Now was the longest, is because we were kind of waiting for the video and we didn't want to drop it. But other than that, I think we were dropping one every like 6 to 8 weeks last year. And I feel like it's a lot more expensive on our end, you know what I mean, to do like a full on campaign, you know what I mean, for every single. Yeah, but it's like, how are we going to compete with all, the other artists, the hip hop artists and everybody that's like, I know a rapper guy that drops a video like every 3 weeks, like a music video, like, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, how are we?
It's crazy because, I have kids, they're in their teen or late teens and 20s, but they are that whole generation where they just want something new, one song, something new, 3 minutes, attention spans are short and they need like new stuff every minute. They're not like old school where I want the record and I want to sit and read it and listen to it. And it's very different. And I imagine as an artist, it's hard to reinvent yourself and stay that way.
Yeah, like it's so crazy. Like I remember exactly what you're saying, like listening to the whole album or finding one song that I liked. So after I found the one song that I liked, here, I'm going to go inside because this guy's like starting to mow his lawn.
Yeah, no worries.
But I find, the one song that I like, and then I would listen to the whole entire album, you know what I mean? And now I feel like people don't even care. Like they basically, they discover though, like an artist, and then they don't even care about the artist itself. It's just that song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then whatever's coming out next, if I don't have another song coming out, they're just going to move on to the next guy. So it's like I have to be in their face. And then even on the social medias, if you don't drop content like consistently, it just bogs down your algorithm. So it's like if I'm not dropping the heat all the time, you're not even seeing it, even if you are on my page. You know what I mean? So it's crazy. It's the workload is insane.
Yeah, and I don't see it getting any better. I think that's what we've developed. Social media bullshit.
Yeah, this has evolved, is what it is, and it's like if you don't want to play it like this, then you don't get to be a part of it anymore. You know what I mean? That's how I feel anyway.
So you got a new single coming out. What is there another one in the queue already, or you're still?
Oh yeah. We just did another music video. It's called Electric Powder. It should be coming out in like the next like. I don't know. I want to say like 3 to 4 weeks or something like that. I don't want to say that. Like give you an exact date.
No, I get it.
It doesn't come out, but they filmed the video and the song is recorded, but it is not in my hands. You know what I mean? At this point, I did my part. Yeah, I did my part. That's all I can tell you. But I'm super excited. We rented like an industrial warehouse to do it, you know what I mean? And it was just like a super, like the last, Sick Now was done at like a film, place where they build, like movie scenes and
Yeah, yeah.
stuff like that. But this, we just did it like, oh, we just rented this industrial warehouse and it's got broken, metal, like all kinds of crazy stuff.
Right.
And it just was like eye candy without even doing anything. And we just kind of like set up in the middle of it. You know what I mean? And I don't know, we did some cool stuff. There's like some drive scenes in it and stuff like that. It's about like a drug. That's what electric powder is. It's a drug that my old guitar teacher told me about.
Oh,
Hold
it's
on,
a real thing.
Yeah, and he said, yeah. So my teacher, Paul Chapman, he rest his soul. He actually passed away last year. He was a part of the UFOs. I don't know if you're familiar with, the old band from the '80s, UFOs. And he was also in a band called Wasted, I believe, and a
Oh
couple
yeah.
other ones.
Okay, so I do know UFO and I do know Wasted with Pete Way.
Yeah, he was lead guitar player. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah, and he told me a story about when they were kids over in Britain that there was this crazy drug that was like made out of electricity or something like that. You know what I mean? And I was just like, what? I never heard of this shit. Like, you know what I mean? So I was like, that's cool. And I actually wrote some of the riffs and stuff with him before he passed.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he was my guitar teacher forever. And I never, even when I quit kind of taking lessons, I would just go to his house and we would just jam. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I would always run my material by him because like this guy's worked with everybody. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, he knows what's popping.
Sure.
And we kind of designed the riffs, you know what I mean, like together. And then, he had passed and I had to write lyrics to the song. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to write it about something that he had told me. Maybe it's not the best, tribute, I guess you would say, to
Right.
somebody, but like,
But it's still thinking about him, I guess.
yeah, 100. You know what I mean? So I was just like, basically, um, you know what I mean? I love the guy more than anything, and he's like made me who I am as a musician. You know what I mean? He basically taught me a lot about guitar, but also, guided me through business choices. Like, you know what I mean? And a lot of stuff in the industry I knew from him. So, I mean, it's kind of like a tribute to him, even though it's kind of like a crazy song about, a drug over in overseas. But I just thought no one's ever heard about it. So I was like, yeah, we're writing a song. It's called Electric Powder. Like, you know what I mean?
Nice.
So, yeah, that's kind of how it all stemmed.
Are you guys always writing? Have you taken time during this downtime to actually keep writing or?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got like 7 more songs we haven't even recorded right now. And then the bass player and my guitar player, I write too, but because I'm always writing the lyrics, I feel like they beat me, you know what I mean, to the music part sometimes. I think they like that, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I write, I used to write all the material. And then the guys I got with me now have been there for a long time. So, I mean, I like to share it. I know that's what they like about, being in a band is being one of the writers, contributing. They want it to feel like theirs. So
Skin in the game.
Yep, exactly. So they got like 12 songs each probably that I haven't even listened to that I'll only pick like 4 out of each and they'll hate me for it. You know what I mean? They'll just be like, oh, dude. And I'm like, dude, I can't even sing in that key. Like I told you that. Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, and then I got another couple that I'm almost completely done with because I kind of, write the whole thing and then show them because I have the privilege of knowing what I can sing over without having, to show any of them. So, but yeah, we're nonstop. We got another 9 songs that are already fully recorded by Andrew Wade and Andy Kopovich over at damn it, I suck. I can't even remember the name. Audio Compound in Orlando. And then we have, like I said, we got like another 7 or 8 songs. And I'm in Andy's ear right now trying to figure out if they got extra time to get us in because we want to, record another 10 or something this year. And that way we can drop the songs we got now,
Right.
throw away, the songs that we don't care for, even though, we worked on.
Right.
And then have some new ones to pick from. And that way we don't get stagnant. But we meet up like twice a week, you know what I mean, just to jam. So
Oh, nice. So you guys actually write in the old traditional sense, like banging fingers off each other, the sort of organic thing.
yes, kinda. It's more of like they bring the song, you know what I mean? And then we mix it up at practice. Like, but a lot of like the ideas stem from them writing it on the computer.
Right.
They'll even, build the drums, the MIDI drums and all that. And then I'm like, okay, I can sing over this, or can we change this little, part right here or whatever? And then we all come to my agreements, I think,
Right.
because they're just like, you know what I
But
mean?
I think it shows in the way because bands that actually get into, even if you're fine tuning them or tweaking them at the end together in a room, there's something organic and I think better than people just emailing stuff and never even being in the same state when they're recording a record. I think you can hear it, and you can call me crazy, but I think there is a difference.
Well, that's, what it is too, is it's also filtered right there on the spot through that many people. So say like you have an opinion, I have an opinion, you have knowledge, I have knowledge, and then we got three other, smart people in the room, or even the dumbest guy who's just got the one little gem, one little
Right.
cherry on top or something like that. And when you're emailing back and forth, I feel like you said, it's like the one guy's already worked all that out himself. So even for the other guys to step in, sometimes it doesn't happen.
Right.
And a collaboration, it seems like, is more successful. That's even kind of what I learned through recording with these new producers. They like to not have you be scared to develop your song. Like, you know what I mean? You can't just be like, I wrote it. That's the best shit I ever
Right.
heard in my life. And you know what I mean? If
Right.
I had like 9 gold records, I would probably just walk in and say that, but I don't have
Right.
9 gold records. So
No, I get that. And I mean, I guess it's tough to hand over your baby at the end of the day if this is something you've been
uh,
working on forever. But in the end, I guess that's what producers and engineers are for, right? To be the guy that makes those fucked up decisions and saying, hey,
yeah,
here you go at the door. We've got to do it this way.
your kid's ugly. You know what I mean? You don't want to hear that. Yeah.
Right, right. It has some redeeming qualities, but your kid's got buck teeth or something, right?
Yep.
So what's next for you guys? What's next for Lydia Can't Breathe? Besides the
Um,
17-day run, what do you got going on?
we got another tour brewing up. We haven't announced any dates, but we did announce Rock Fest up in Wisconsin. And we're playing that. And then obviously we don't want to fly in because then we'll have to, rent gear and do all this stuff. And we're not backlined, you know what I mean? So we're basically driving out there. So we'll probably do like another, 2 or 3 weeks then. And that will be in July when that tour is coming out. We're actually going to announce that one soon. I think most of the dates are booked, but we're not allowed to
Sure.
announce it until it's all set.
I imagine with the price of gas these days, you're going to need stops along the way just to fill the tank, right?
It's crazy. And we're trying to get, just a little extra from all the promoters. And I mean, they've been pretty cool about it. But we're just like, yo, man, even if it's just, like an extra, little bit, it will just help us, pay for the gas, at least, like you said, because the
Right.
gas is like calculated in, man. It's so crazy. It's going to be like 3 times as much as it's been the last couple times we toured. It's a nightmare. It's back before. Oh my, when was it like this last? You know what I mean? It was like 6 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, maybe even more because this is really, I don't
Yeah.
know what it's like by you, but here in Virginia, it's over 4 now. It's like
Oh yeah.
4.25.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's not there yet here, but I mean, it's like high threes. You know what I'm saying?
It's pretty shitty thinking that we finally came out of the one thing and we're ready to go, and all these bands are ready to get out on the road and do their thing, and now you got to worry about this back
The
end
gas.
because I
Yeah.
mean that is a thing to consider if you're jumping in the van and towing a trailer, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. Because the trailer's going to eat more gas, and then on top of that, just it's like you're factoring that into your cost, and then I mean, the promoter isn't really raising his ticket price. You know what I mean? So you're
Right.
kind of being like, "Yo, can you work with us?" Like, gas is going to be an extra 200 or 300 for that night,
Right.
and you know what I mean? If they don't want to work with you, then you're just making 200 or 300 bucks less every night,
Right.
which is whatever. But you know what I mean?
So
We
if
don't.
you're if you're a fan and you're watching or listening or doing whatever, buy fucking merch and buy a ticket.
Please do, everybody, for sure, because we want to keep coming back for sure.
Yeah, because this is not the old days of glamour and staying at the Hiltons while you're on the road. This is
No,
getting
not like them
by the
guys
moment.
behind you. They enjoyed it. Kiss
Yeah.
enjoy. They rocked it. You know what I mean? They had some fun.
Right, private jets and the whole deal.
Yeah.
Throwing TVs out of windows and all that fun stuff and having somebody else to pay for the shit.
Yeah. Fake it to make it, dude.
Right on. Anyway, that's all I've got. I hope that wasn't too bad. Did we miss anything you want to cover?
Nah, man, you rule. It's always a pleasure.
Absolutely. I don't know if I haven't seen your routing yet, but hopefully you get over towards Virginia some way.
I think we are like the first couple of days. If you see something close and you're available, let me know for sure.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take a look at the routing when I get off of here. Shauna's still hooking you guys up, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So if I see something, yeah, Shauna's the best. I will. If I see something close to me or drivable, with this $15 a gallon bullshit, I will hit her up and then I'll come out and see. We can have a beer finally.
For sure.
Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
Be safe on the road. It was great seeing you again. I'll talk to you.
Always a pleasure. Thanks, man.
Well. Right up.
All right, bye.
Bye.